In this video, I'm going to show safe pregnancy exercises for back pain relief. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that you can do while pregnant that will help open up the full back, reducing muscle tightness and joint stiffness, giving very quick back pain relief. All of these exercises work just a little bit differently, so to get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. As a bonus, all of the exercises can be done at home. They require no equipment and you may find give you quick relief even within 30 seconds. So let's get started and fix that back pain right now. So one of the most back-friendly exercises is the pelvic bridge, but I'm going to show you how to take it to the next level, engage more muscles in the legs, hips, and back to get better results. Start lying flat on your back next to a wall or a door. Your knees are going to be bent at 90 degrees and you're going to press with your heels into the door. You might want to wear socks with this one too, because one of the movements is a gliding movement and you really don't want any friction with it. So let's start off with what is known as a kegel. It's going to help support our spine during this exercise and it's really good for strengthening the pelvic floor. Very easy to do. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and then take your belly button towards your spine as you exhale. From there, you're going to squeeze your glutes. Once we're in that position, take your hands, put them on your hips, and then slowly lift your hips upward towards the ceiling. When you do this, you're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire in the core, the back, and the legs. You only want to go up as far as you feel comfortable and then hold this one for 5 seconds. You're then going to resist against your body weight by going down very slowly. So the nice thing about this exercise is we're going to work the muscles going up and then we're also going to resist against our weight to work them going down in just a little bit of a different way. I try to do this one nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more to challenge those muscles. If you feel like you have a little bit more energy, throw in another set or two. To make this one even more challenging, lift one leg off like this. You may notice while you do this that one side will tend to tilt or sag downward because of weakness. Really focus on trying to keep your hips level as much as you can. It's all about good posture and keeping them in balance. And whatever you do on one side, always switch to the other, again, to keep them in balance. So moving on, let's put a dynamic movement into the bridge that's going to focus on activating more muscles, and it's also going to help target the sacroiliac or SI joints right here at the sacrum towards the bottom of the belt line off to the side. So let's get back into our bridge position just like this, but this time around I'm going to press with my heels into the door and do nice little baby steps upwards towards the ceiling with my heels. You're going to notice a lot starts to fire in the legs, especially the back of the legs and the glutes right here, and it's kind of fun to do. So go up as far as you can and then slowly come back down. And try to do this one for about 5 complete repetitions. And again, if you feel like you have a little bit more energy, throw in another set or 2. So if you want to take this one to even the next level and really focus on the back of the legs here, the hamstrings, we're going to do what is known as a hamstring glider. So what I'm going to do with this one is take my hands, put them off to my side. I'm going to lift one leg off like this, drive my heel into the door, and then drive my whole leg upward towards the ceiling, really focusing on driving through my glutes and my hamstring right here upward towards the ceiling. I hold this one for about 3 to 5 seconds and then I'm going to slowly glide down, and then I just switch to the other side and repeat. This one's actually pretty challenging. I like to do this one nice and slow for about 10 to 15 repetitions. And again, if you feel like you have a little bit more energy, switch to the other side and repeat. The last movement I like to do is what is known as the clamshell. This one is really good for targeting the hips and also the glutes just a little bit more. We're going to take our feet, put them together, kind of press them in together, press our feet into the door, and then take our knees right here outward as much as possible until we feel a very good deep stretch in the inner part of the leg towards the groin and also towards the hips. Once we feel that, we're then going to do a movement pretty similar to the bridge. We're just going to put our hands on our hips and then drive our hips upward towards the ceiling. you're going to notice a lot firing off to the side right here, even more so into the glutes. It usually feels really, really good. I like to hold this one for 5 seconds. I just relax, repeat this one 10 to 15 times. And again, if you feel like you have a little bit more energy, throw in another set or 2. But go through all of those movements. If you feel like one offers you more relief or is just giving you better results, at that point, throw more repetitions in. So here's a great combination exercise that you can do in bed or on a floor that's going to help open up the back, relieving a lot of muscle tightness and joint stiffness, but it's also going to help strengthen the muscles that support the spine. The first one is called a dead bug, because apparently it looks like a dead bug. You're going to lie flat on your back just like this. Your knees are going to come up, roughly bent at 90 degrees. Your arms go up towards the ceiling. What you want to do to start off with is tightening the core muscles. So kind of take a deep breath in, exhale, bring that belly button towards your spine. Once we feel that, we're going to lower one leg down, straightening the knee, but you do not want the heel or the calf to touch the bed or the floor. Just let it hover an inch or 2 above it. Then what I'm going to do is lower the other side's arm. So if this is my left leg, I'm lowering my right arm downward. Same thing, don't let the arm touch the bed or the floor. You're going to feel a lot of muscles in the core start to fire. You want to hold this one comfortably for 5 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax, and then you're going to repeat it on the other side. Try to do this one nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides. And again, with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So let's take the dead bug to the next level and do what I call the 3D dead bug. So for this one, we're just going to use our legs. Tighten the core, and then you're going to lower one leg down like this. Go all the way straight with it. But what I'm going to do is once my leg is hovering, I'm going to turn my foot inward as much as I can. You're going to feel a lot of muscles in the leg start to fire, especially across this hip. And then what we're going to do is turn our leg inward as much as possible, really focusing on feeling it into that hip, across the glute and the pelvis. Hold this right here for about 3 to 5 seconds. You're just going to relax. And now what you're going to do is the opposite. Turn your foot outward as much as you can and then take the leg out. You're going to feel a ton across the core start to fire, but the great part is this is really going to help strengthen the glutes, which really helps support the pelvis. 3 to 5 second hold, you're just going to relax, take a breather, and then what you're going to do is repeat it on the other side. Try to do this one for 5 to 10 repetitions on both sides. And if you feel like you have a little bit more energy, you can throw in another set or 2. So next, let's focus on our back opener. This one is called the child's pose. So I'm just going to flip over like this, and I'm going to start on all fours in bed. The movement, again, is very easy. I like to start right next to the edge of a bed. That way I can grip right into it with my fingers for a stable anchor point. Tuck your chin towards your chest, and then you're going to rock your whole body backward, kind of like taking your bottom towards your heels. Focus on feeling a deep opening stretch pretty much from the upper back into the lower back. It usually feels really, really good. I like to do nice, slow, controlled breathing with this one, and then I'm just going to hold this for 30 seconds. From there, I just rock forward, relax, and then repeat this one 3 to 5 times. And again, with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. To take the child's pose to the next level, instead of going straight with it, tilt your body towards one side. So I'm going a little bit towards my right with my upper body. And then I'm going to repeat this. You're going to notice it hits the back just a little bit differently. Generally, whatever side that you're tilting towards, it's going to hit the other side. So let's say that you have a lot of left-sided back pain. You want to tilt towards the right because you're going to feel a more intense stretch on that left side. So go all the way towards the right, go all the way towards the left. If any of those positions feel like they're helping you out a little bit more, throw more repetitions in at that point. So here's a really easy full back opener that you can do standing throughout the day. Go next to a wall or a door. You're going to start facing that door roughly 1 arm length away from it. You want your legs roughly hip width apart and put all of your body weight onto your heels during this exercise. We're going to take our palms, have our arms roughly shoulder width apart, and then you're going to put them overhead just like this. We're going to tuck our chin towards our chest, and then we're going to tighten the core muscles for a little bit more support. The movement from here is very easy. We're going to bend our knees and take our bottom down and away from that door, kind of like squatting away from it. The more that we go down, the more that you're going to feel a really good stretch forming in the upper back that will work its way down to the lower back. Once we feel a deep but comfortable stretch, I'm going to intensify this by then crawling upward with my fingers very slightly and then allowing my chest right here to sag forward towards the door. It just helps open up the upper back just a little bit more, especially in between those shoulder blades. 20 to 30 second hold. We're just going to relax, and then we're going to repeat this one 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Let's take this one to the next level by putting some dynamic movements in there to engage more muscles. So I'm going to get back into my original stretch right here, but I'm going to take one arm off, bend my elbow at 90 degrees, and then reach in the opposite direction. So my left hand right here is trying to reach towards my right as much as I can. You'll notice that muscles around the shoulder blade region get activated, and it usually, again, feels really, really good. Hold this one for 20 seconds. You're going to relax, and then you're going to put your hand on the back of your head, and now wing your elbow upward towards the ceiling. So what we're doing is rotating inward, and we're also going to rotate outward to engage those muscles just a little bit differently. You want to do this one nice and slowly for about 3 to 5 repetitions on both sides. Next, let's focus a little bit more on the lower back, especially off to one side, pretty much from the bottom of the ribs to the hip region. We're going to focus on a muscle called the quadratus lumborum, a big instigator of back pain. So this one is really easy. Well, I'm going to get pretty close to that door. Whatever side that you're having pain, let's say it's my right side, take that leg, put it over the other side's leg. You want your toes and feet pointed straight ahead. You're then going to bend the arm closest to this door right here at 90 degrees, and then you're going to lean into that door with your body weight for a stable anchor point. The movement from here is very easy. Take your other hand, put it on your hip, and then drive that painful side right here slowly towards that door. What you're going to notice is a deep stretch forming off to that painful side. You really want to focus on feeling it towards the bottom of the ribs, going into the lower back towards the top of the hip. That's where that quadratus lumborum is. And it usually feels really, really good too. I like to hold this one for about 20 to 30 seconds. I just relax, take a breather, and then repeat this one 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. And I do recommend doing this on both sides to keep everything in balance. If the exercises helped, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.